So this is just another update of what's been happening with the car. So this first picture here is basically from when we took the car in for its 2-year service. And this is just the undercarriage of the car, the battery pack can be seen there and whatnot. But basically went in for the service, 2-year service, which basically meant that they changed the air filter, the cabin air filter, and then they replaced the brake fluid in the car for the braking system, and also replaced the windshield wipers, which I think wear very quickly on these cars compared to other cars. I mean, sure, they wear on other cars, but once they go bad on this car, then especially Nissan's original ones, they do tend to go bad. You notice it a lot more, I think, in the aspect of how well does it clean the windshield. So yeah, here is also another picture of the undercarriage. This is the plastic wheels that we have on the car. These are the original rims that came with the car, but as I said in the previous video, we plastic dipped them and seems to hold up really well. It's not been really long, and it's been up and through the winter. And I mean, these wheels will not go through in the winter, but we were planning on plastic dipping also the accessory rims that we have for the winter tires. And we'll see how those work out. And then this is the left indicator on the side of the car, on the driver's side. The reason that this picture looks like it does is because, it stopped working, and we noticed condensation on the inside of the glass, or the plastic, whatever. And told the service center about that when we were there to book the service and maintenance, and once we got there, the pretty funny thing was that first he took it apart like so, and as you can see on the picture here, there is there's this rubber ring there, or it's a grommet basically, to ensure that it's airtight, so there's no possibility of water to come in there. And we said the condensation, isn't that because of isn't it because of this being broken, the seal being broken and water getting in there? And he looked at it and said, well, no, it's not broken. And then he went away to get a new light bulb, and I took a look at it, and you saw that it was totally off in the bottom there. And this is the new one, but on the bottom. And when he came back, I said, seriously, man, it's totally off down there. I mean, it's broken. And I looked at it again and went, oh yeah, it is. And it felt, like these sketchy car dealerships. And this is actually an authorized Nissan dealer with a service center. And, and at least these guys, and, the whole chain that these guys have in Sweden, they actually allow you to participate when they service or, to repairs on your car if you want to. So it just, goes to show that, it's typically things you hear about, repair shops and whatnot, that they actually do sketchy work on your car. And, here at least you can actually be part of it and, point out things that you feel that are obviously wrong and, that they're doing wrong. And those are just, one instance. And it just makes me think that, because I've been there twice now, once last year and this time, and I've never seen anyone else there, no owners to cars. I just think that, they have this policy because they know that gives you a false sense of security, because they're giving you the opportunity. So I think a lot of people just go, I won't bother. That, you take that as a guarantee for them doing a good job on your car. But I mean, as long as you're not there making sure that they're doing a great job and not trying to pull your leg, so to speak, then you never know. But at least they replaced it and it went under warranty. We actually had to pay for the light bulb. In retrospect, I think that was a crummy thing, but still, I mean, it wasn't a lot. But still, the light bulb actually stopped working because of water getting in there, and or condensation at least, and that was due to the faulty gasket there. So I don't know, just felt I should have been on a warranty. Not that I really care. I mean, it's not a big deal at all, you know. So no. And then we got the funny thing is that last year when we went in, we never got a battery diagnostics or printout. Never got to see it because he just said he couldn't get it out there. I don't know if it's how, but this year at least we got one, and this is the way it looks. So, and this is in Swedish, if you can see, of course, and well, translating it. So the first one is charging, and the first two are charging. The first one basically says frequent use of quick charging, and then the second row is a recommendation: use normal charging equipment if possible. So you got 3 stars on quick charging, which I read out of 5, which I read out to be, well, you've done totally good, no problem. And then you got frequently charging when battery status is already high. That's 5 there. And it basically says your points are very high and good for your battery. Is 5 stars there. And since we never charge it to more than 80%, more than when we're going to do a long distance trip, we'll charge it to 100%, but try to match that. The charge time ending with us departing, so it doesn't really have to sit a long time with a full battery. Then after that, you got driving, and it says the reason for battery degradation there because for too high of consumption while driving, and that's 5 stars. Your points are very, very good and good for your battery. Basically, if I understand it correctly, it basically means that if you're driving the car, very fastly, basically draining the battery very quickly because you're driving at an excessive speed, then that will drain your battery quicker, and that basically wears the battery faster. And then the last one is storage, and it says reason long time parking with a high state of charge. And then on recommendation says if the car is not driven during a long period, you should choose to limit the charging status to 80% by choosing the 80% charging limit, and that has 2 stars there, which tells me that the car has been stored a long time with a high state of charge. And this I can't understand because we've never charged the car up to 100% and then left it for a long period of time. I mean, the fact is, the longest period of time the car has been sitting idle was last year, like a month after we got the car, when we went to Cyprus, because we drove the car to an airport in outskirts, outside of Stockholm, and flew to Cyprus to visit my brother. And the car sat there for a week. But when we came there, I think I don't remember. I think we were at like 30, 40, 50, maybe 50, 60%, because actually they had charging spots there for, so you can connect your EVSE there. And I remember I started the car, I checked with the Nissan Connect app once we, had flown a while on our flight back home. And the car told me that it's going to take this long time to charge the car. And I started the charge so that it would basically, I think I got the message that it was fully charged just when we arrived back, when we were about to land. So this, I don't know, but I'm guessing it has to been the first owner of the car that has stored it, long periods of time with high state of charge. I don't know. This is not something that we've done, and I don't know. That's not something we're doing. So that just seems rather strange. And to move on from the service aspect of this, we had a couple of days ago, we went to a center. Here's a picture of the mirror on the passenger side. There's the white stuff there. And then move to the next picture quickly. Here, this is the passenger front door on the car. These are scratches on the car. As you can see, they're pretty severe. Well, a couple of them are things here are actually, snowflake coming down, like on the left side of the shit, down the bottom. But the 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4 big, major big white scratches there. Those are actually done by someone. We had parked the car and noticed when we came out, took the car from the parking lot downtown, that someone had, I thought first that someone had, pushed it with the door or something, but I talked to a guy, to a body repair shop, and they straight off said that this is not, someone slamming their door against your car. This is someone, walking by the car with, a handbag or, just getting too close to the car and scratching it. And this was, the car was parked on a Sunday morning from like 7 o'clock in the morning to like 2 in the afternoon. So the chances are that someone walked by, realized what they've done, looked around. I mean, and at that time downtown here in Mora, there is no people on Sunday morning. So this is someone that, and I asked the body shop guy that, could you do this kind of damage to a car without realizing you've done it? And he was like, no, it's not going to happen. This is the clear coat actually being rubbed, as he told me. And there are no perpendicular lines, going sideways. There's just up and down. The other things here, the whites and whatnot, these reflections from the parked car next to us. And anyways, and he has said that this is not something you can do. This kind of damage you can't do to a car without realizing it. And so we asked him, what is this? Do we need to repaint the door? Repaint the whole car? Well, what is the deal here? And he has told us, go to he recommended us to go to a car detailing shop in a town next over here, like 20-minute drive from Mura. And he's told us this guy's good. He's been around for a long time. You just go there and let him polish, buff the car. Use some compounds on the car, and it will be as good as new. Sure enough, a couple of days ago, we went there, paid 150 euros, and he cleaned the car, degreased the car, cleaned the car, and then used some rubbing compounds on it, and then on the areas here where there were some scratches, there were some minor ones on the back door on the passenger side too. But use the rubbing compounds there on the car, and then polish the whole car. And now you can't see it; it's totally gone. He also said, this is a clear coat, been rubbed off. It's just been nudged, so therefore it's white. But he got totally rid of it, and it's totally worth the 150 euros. I mean, no question. Sure, it's an expense that we feel that we shouldn't be having to pay, but anyways, things happen. People are like people are, and you're not gonna, what are you gonna do about it? I mean, it still feels shitty that if you do this kind of damage to a car, couldn't you just write a note, leave it there, take the registration number of the car, take a place on the car, and send a text to the owner or whatever, but no, you just do that, do your damage, and then you just walk away, and you just feel it's fucking crummy. But anyways, it's all good now, and so that's about it for this update. And this coming weeks here, we're going to start, and the summer's going to start here in Sweden, so we're going to be out traveling a lot more, and I'm going to try to record some stuff and whatnot, and see if there can be some videos coming your way later this spring or early summer. I'll try my best and see what happens. So yeah, but that's all for now. Thanks, bye.